Good evening, and thank you for joining us. And as we come on the air tonight, Ian has regained hurricane strength as it moves into the Atlantic, taking aim at Georgia and the Carolinas. But what it left behind here in Florida is unimaginable in scale and historic in reach. The president saying tonight this could be the deadliest hurricane in Florida's history. We witnessed the trail of destruction this Category 4 storm left. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said today this is a once-in-500-year flooding event. The hurricane-force winds and record storm surge caused widespread damage to entire communities and cities, washing away roads and bridges and knocking out power to millions. Tonight, more than 2.6 million customers are without electricity, and officials warn it could be days or even weeks before power is fully restored. Tonight, the states of Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia will all have declared a state of emergency ahead of Ian's expected landfall tomorrow. We have team coverage tonight all throughout Florida and beyond, and CBS's Kris Van Cleave will start us off from North Fort Myers. Kris, I know the damage where you are is quite extensive.
Norah, for this home, the damage is total, completely destroyed this home. Now, if you go down the block, you'll see homes like this. You'll see other homes with roofs ripped off and the occasional one somehow unscathed. We are 4 miles from the water, so this was all wind damage. As daylight broke, the path of destruction left behind by Hurricane Ian was devastating. Block by block, Fort Myers Beach looks like it was hit by a bomb. Only small pieces of debris remain where homes and businesses once stood. Ian came ashore as a Category 4 hurricane. The storm surge was so powerful in Naples, it swept homes off their foundations.
There it is. It's house going by.
The destruction was just as overwhelming in Lee County, where many roads are impassable and entire neighborhoods sit underwater.
We're out 2 vehicles and a boat.
Patrick New and his wife live on this boat. It and hundreds others were tossed on shore by the storm. The couple rode out the worst of it in a nearby hotel.
So it was rushing in fast. And by the time we ran in our room and grabbed half of our stuff and went upstairs, it already was halfway up our door.
How fast did the water come?
It was quick. It was within 15 minutes we were getting upstairs with everything.
Today, Governor Ron DeSantis called the damage on some of the barrier islands biblical.
And it washed away roads, it washed away structures that were not new and could withstand that.
This home on Sanibel Island caught fire, and the only road on and off the island collapsed. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez saw the damage up close.
This is the causeway that connected Sanibel Island to the mainland, but you can see an entire section of it behind me is missing. All of this asphalt and concrete crumbled when the ground beneath gave way to hours upon hours of intense storm surge.
Today, Coast Guard search teams flew missions looking for people in distress. So far, at least 500 have been rescued. And with extreme flooding moving inland, first responders near Orlando helped people get to higher ground.
I feel a lot better. My brother just finished getting rescued.
Jacob! Good Samaritans are pitching in too. These men pulled an elderly man to safety from his car. And President Biden said Hurricane Ian could be the deadliest storm in Florida's history.
The numbers are still unclear, but we're hearing early reports of what may be substantial loss of life.
President Biden is now planning a trip to the disaster area to thank first responders. Folks in this neighborhood described Ian as someone beating on their eardrums for 9 hours as they watched their neighbors' homes be torn apart. Norah?
Wow, that really puts it in perspective. Kris Van Cleave, thank you.